Hello there, welcome to my channel. I'm doing another speed build for The Sims 3 today, and I wanted to do something that was autumn inspired or Halloween inspired, but I really wanted to make a cottage, and I was trying to play around with the constrained floor elevation cheat to try to get that sort of look for those little like portions in the front of houses you sometimes have that have like the windows and stuff. I couldn't really put a window in the two front parts because they were too short and I didn't really have any windows that go that low, but I kind of make it work and I think it comes out really cute. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, and it does have a like a side garden greenhouse built into the house as well. And the front yard will also have a bit of a garden going on. This build is being created on a lot. It's a 30 by 30 in the custom world Hilewood that was created by Nilxus. This is one of my favorite custom worlds. It's a very small one, but I really love the autumnal vibe that goes around with it. So I would definitely say if you don't have this world already, definitely check it out. I will provide a link for both the original one that I'm building in right here for this video, and also there is another version by a separate creator who I think got permission to kind of extend the world and make it a bit larger. So I will provide links for both of those because I tend to build and play in saves in the larger version just because there's more lots and it gives you a lot more customizability to like add the rabbit holes and things like that as well. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be a autumnal inspired cottage, or I guess you could say bungalow. I do try to add in elements of like British bungalows because of like the fireplace, and I actually add like a little tea set in the garden, the tea set from the store, and like the greenhouse thing and stuff like that. Like I try to get like elements that just kind of were like inspired for this build, and I think that it comes out pretty well. I really wanted to use a lot of stuff from the store that is free. Mind you, it is free. If you don't have it, go ahead and download it. But there are sets in the gift section of the store from like the Sims 3 team. They offered a bunch of stuff for different holidays and stuff like that. There's a bunch of different Halloween things, a lot of stuff that's like harvest stuff that's like has pumpkins. And from Riverview, if you don't have Riverview, get that because that's a free world if you don't already have that. But I'm sure many Simmers already have it because I use the scarecrow that comes with that world. Because I think that scarecrow just looks a bit more realistic because it's an actual scarecrow as opposed to like having a pumpkin on the head, you know what I mean? Even though, you know, no shade to that, you know, the one that comes with seasons, I do love that one equally. I just thought the other one looked better for this build. Also, just to note, it is really raining by me. We might be getting some kind of storm. So if you hear things hitting my window, you might hear that. I don't know. If you do, I apologize. And nothing I could do about that, you know, unless I had a Weatherstone, if I had my own Weatherstone in real life. But yeah, so I do add a washer and dryer to the kitchen. Mind you, I am realizing now with this build that I did not put any laundry baskets. I might go ahead and do that off camera after already creating this build. We'll see. If not, you can just add the baskets yourself if you want to. You could even remove the washer and dryer altogether if you want to. You know, you don't have to use it, but I felt like it kind of went with the theme that I was going for. And I do have, of course, like I said, a fireplace. I put it there with I use like that pumpkin thing. I love that shelf with the pumpkins. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite free objects. I think it's so cute. I don't know why, I just love how it looks. And I use it throughout the house. So I don't put it in just one room, I kind of put it throughout the entire home. And I also, of course, love the trees that come with the Pets expansion because those trees have a real autumnal vibe. Like the foliage on them is so beautiful and I absolutely love them. Now for the flooring of this build, if you don't use Hilewood, I don't know how it works with the custom terrain paint because it is attached technically to the world. I don't think it's attached to the lot, so I don't know if it will just give you regular grass if you put this in a different world, you know what I mean? Now of course I do my own terrain paints as well. Those will still be available when you download this, will be attached to it. I don't know about the custom terrain paint that comes with Hilewood though it is beautiful custom paint, and that's why I probably would plop this into that world because I love the terrain that comes with it, and it definitely adds to the vibe of like the autumnal vibe with the leaves and stuff. It does make me wonder why we didn't get in-game for building the like leaves like that. By that tree I do put like the orange flower terrain paint that comes with the Pets expansion because it was the closest thing to look like leaves that have fallen, but we don't actually have terrain paint like in like build buy mode that has like fallen looking leaves, whether they're green or like in like foliage. We don't have that. I always wondered why. I think there are some hidden ones that are like unlocked if you go into Mod The Sims. I have them downloaded, but I don't remember what all of them look like because I haven't built a new world yet, like another one, since I built my first world, Sunset Cove. I would like to build another one though. It's just so tedious. It takes so much time. You have to make a completely fresh vanilla save file, and you really have to be like committed to doing it, you know? Like I would probably have to not do an LP for a while to try to focus on it, so it's definitely time consuming. So I don't show some of the building in this lot. I'm so sorry. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You'll see a slideshow with the photos at the end, of course, like usual, but there's some rooms that I think it's the second bedroom with the single bed. For some reason I had no footage of it. I thought that I had recorded some of it, but apparently I had none. So I mean, you'll see photos of it, but so my bad. But I do the constrained elevation cheat, like I said, so I had to fix that because I wanted to move over this little canopy thing that I did. This, I guess you would call it like I don't know, was this like a pagoda or something like that? So yeah, but that's where I put the tea set. I think it's really cute. I want this to have like a back garden. I do use debug fencing, which it turns out it works perfectly because in Hilewood, they actually use that debug fencing in the worlds. I didn't even notice it, but I was like, wait a second, this looks familiar, and it's right next to them, so like it's kind of embedded in the world as well, so it really like kind of made it blend in, if that makes any sense. So I do add some of the fencing on top of it. I know it might look weird to some, but I felt like it made sense just as like I kind of liked having that there. I felt like the fence was too low, just the rock sort of fence, the stone one, so I kind of had that embedded as if there's like a sort of like separate, maybe attached on top or something like that. I don't really know. You could always remove that part, but I kind of kept it there for some kind of like depth or texture. I don't really know. But yeah, I liked to decorate the backyard, especially with like lights. If you have these sort of overhanging arches and stuff, I think it looks really cute. And I do the living room, and I try to make it as cozy and autumnal as possible. I do put a television, so you do have that. I think I also put a desk, and there's a computer as well. This is not a starter home, by the way. I don't even know if you have it unfurnished, if it's going to be a starter home. I went all out with the decorating for this one. I originally was going to make this just a shell without any decorating inside, and just basics for the bathroom and kitchen and stuff, with like the fireplace in the living room and things like that. But I got carried away, and I was like, you know what? It took me 2 days to build this, by the way. That's why I actually ended up just decorating the rest of it, because I was a bit more refreshed. It was a new day or a new night, whatever, and so I felt like I was in the mood to just continue decorating it, and I just kind of did the whole thing anyway. So I'm glad I did, because I don't know if I would have done the front yard and the backyard the way that I did, because I did that on the second day that I was like editing this lot. And yeah, I don't know, I really love those doors for the back door of the house. I love the doors from Supernatural. The stained glass is so pretty, and I always forget that if you go to the different swatches, there's different stained glass colors. I wish they had given more options that were a bit more plain as well, that just had like a plain stained glass or something like that. That would have been nice, but I'm not going to complain too much. I mean, it's too late now, you know, a bit over a decade later, but you take what you got, and I think it looks cute. And yeah, so the living room, like I said, I was doing I put a desk with a computer, and I tried to add elements that make it look a bit more old-fashioned, even though there is a desktop computer in this house. I use some store objects, of course. This house is very prominent with store objects, like they're a very big part of it, but half of the store objects that I use are free. So you can definitely, like that photo in the living room, I think on like I guess you could say the right hand side, depending which way you're facing, the one that has like a similar frame as the Supernatural photo next to it, it is free on the store. It came with a set of like maybe 1 or 2 other photos. It had like one with Bella Goth and things like that. So if you don't have that, definitely download that as well. I never realized until a couple of years ago that they had given so much free things from the store. I never knew that, because after, like, when I was in high school is when The Sims 3 was starting to end. So I think it was... So I hadn't played the game for a while, plus I didn't have a laptop that could run The Sims 3 for a very long time. So that was unfortunate, but now that I have this stuff, it's super great and I use it all the time. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to end this voiceover for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. There will be links provided in the video description for you to download this. There will be two options. You can use the Sims 3 Exchange, or I will have a package file from the Sims Share file as well. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a good one. Take care, and bye!